What's up, everyone? My name is Raj Jana, and I'm the founder of JavaPresse Coffee Company. In this video, I'm going to be going over how to clean your manual coffee grinder. I'm also going to be covering why you should clean it and how often, and pretty much all of the things that go into maintaining your grinder over time. So let's start with why clean. So in general, it's not like if you don't clean the grinder, your coffee, you're gonna like get something bad to happen to it. It's not like it's gonna break the grinder. The oils that the coffees accumulate after grinding multiple times don't really affect the functionality of the grinder. Like the grinder's gonna work perfectly whether you clean it or not. The reason you would want to clean it is if you're sort of changing beans out, or if you're using different styles of beans, like whether you're getting beans from different countries or different single origins, or if you're on our Brewer's Choice Club and you're getting a whole new coffee every month. In those types of situations, I would clean. Why? Because after you grind coffee, you're breaking the seal, which allows a lot of oils and essentially some of those aromatics to stick to the grinder over time. And if you're switching out beans, what's going to happen is you're going to start getting those oils from previous coffees that have been sitting here for a while, getting transposed into the new coffee's flavors. And that'll affect the flavor, that'll affect the taste. You're not really going to get the true actual experience of the individual single origin. And I do believe that each coffee deserves to have a fresh, clean grinder so that you can truly experience the culture and the richness and the hard work that those farmers have put in to make such a delicacy in their own world. So that's why you clean. But if you don't clean, like I said, it's not going to break the grinder, so you're solid there. I'm going to show you how to clean it. Okay, so the grinder by itself has several components. You've got the hopper. For the most part, you don't really need to clean the hopper. Like if you just empty it out and if you bang it on the side of something, and you can get almost all the coffee out. The coffee doesn't really stick unless you got the coffee somehow wet and you put it in here. Then I would clean it because that would lead to mold. So like I don't think you actually need to clean the hopper. Like I don't clean the hopper ever. I don't think I've ever cleaned the hopper and I've been grinding for years. So I wouldn't do that. But everything else that you do want to clean, you also don't need to clean the inside of this section. Like the inside of this section, I don't really think it's necessary to clean. The only part that you really need to clean are the burrs themselves, because that's where the actual grinding is happening. That's where the beans are getting crushed. That's where the oils are being released. And that's where you're going to have most of the flavors from previous coffees being stuck and kept over time. This is not like a cast iron. I have had lots of people reach out, lots of customers reach out and ask if, keeping the coffees on there, does it make like a cast iron over time? That's not true. It does not season with time. The more coffees you put on this, so cleaning it out doesn't hurt it. It's actually good for it. So anyways, all right, so it's pretty simple. Remove the little thing here. I think, what is it, adjustment knob? That's what the word is, yeah. Then you have your burr, right? So you've got your burr here. You don't really need to remove the nylon insert. It's just not necessary because the way we design the insert, it's pretty like tight. So there's not really any coffee that's going to get stuck in there. So you don't need to remove that. The only part you really need to clean is this. And obviously this is a new grinder. I'm using this for demonstration purposes. Obviously, if it was an old grinder, it'd have all sorts of coffee and it would just be very, very, very colorful over here. So ultimately you want to take this out and you can take the spring. So there's a spring and a little washer in there. You can take that out, but for now I'm just going to keep it in there and show you how this should be cleaned. Now, the way I clean the burrs, it's real simple. I actually just get a little Q-tip. I take a little Q-tip, put some dishwasher soap on the Q-tip, wet it, and I just start kind of scrubbing it very slowly and just kind of letting the coffee and the soap I'm using sort of kind of let it all go. You can also use a toothbrush. You can use a little, any type of brush really, just to kind of scrub it out. And you're not trying to get all of the like if you tried getting literally all of the stains off of the burr, like you'd go crazy. You really would, like, because the coffee stain, like, I mean, they stain the burrs, so, and over time you're gonna have a little bit of stain on them. So don't try to remove all of them. You're really just trying to get like some of the, like 80%, right? If you're just trying to get 80% of all the gunk out. And when you get all the gunk off, then you just go back, wash it. You could totally wash it in just water and then wait for it to dry. That's super important. If you don't wait for it to dry, what's going to happen is you're going to start grinding coffee. There's going to be water introduced in it, and then that's going to create opportunities for mold, which is just no bueno. So you don't want to have that. So that's how you clean this part. Now, this part over here, I mentioned this earlier. You can take the spring and the washer out, and if you take the spring and the washer out, I'm just going to put this over here for now. Spring and the washer out. And I would do the same thing. Just grab a Q-tip, and just kind of go in there and clean it. This is a part that, like, you really want to make sure it dries completely. Because, I said it again, and I'll say it once, I'll say it again. You don't want mold occurring anywhere, just because that's unnecessary. So, to me, kind of clean this out. Make sure you wash it. Make sure you dry it completely. I like to use a paper napkin or a paper towel and just kind of go in there and make sure I touch up everything. I'll take the top off over here, go in there and just make sure that I get just get it as dry as I possibly can. And then I will start to reassemble. So reassembly is really easy. I mean, you put the spring back, so the spring goes right back in here. Just push it all the way in. And then the washer. So the washer, I get lots of questions about the washer and how to reassemble this too. Try and get it to you guys. So if you look at this, there's like prongs that kind of stick out. The prongs that stick out, you want going outwards, so facing down. So like the non-prong parts, you're kind of like, so if it's this way, I'm showing you right now, these are the, I think I'm doing it right, the non-pronged parts. Like you want to put it in this way and just make sure it goes all the way in. So prongs going outwards, okay? Very important. Do not go the other way. And then we get a lot of complaints around after you reassemble the coffee grinder, the grind isn't even, and that's because most people don't put the washer on the right way. And so put the washer on the right way, and then you just put the burr back in and make sure that it's like pushing back and forth. That's really important because that's what creates the variable sort of opportunity for you to grind multiple sizes, and that's what causes it to work well. And then you just start rotating the adjustment knob clockwise, and then you come back. Now, obviously, when you remove the burr, you don't retain your original settings. Your settings aren't retained. So to reset to reset it to your grind size, just turn it all the way to the right until you can't turn it anymore, okay? And that's as tight as it'll get. You obviously do not want to grind your grinder when it's this tight. And then from there, just do the clicks. So we have grind charts. We have the clicks needed to get to specific coffee grind sizes in here, but that's it. You hear the clicks, you just keep moving it to whatever your desired grind setting is. But every time you reassemble, just move it all to the right and then go. And you can test and tweak, and over time you'll learn how to use this. Then you put it back and then you're good to go, and you can do whatever you need with it. So that's how you clean the grinder, that's how you reassemble it. And I hope this video was really helpful in showing you how you can care for the grinder. A few housekeeping tips. Do not grind the grinder counterclockwise because that will damage the grinder. So that means that you don't want to go this way. Like that way, yeah, that's not good. But this way, you can go all day, okay? So just keep that in mind. I'm telling you, we get a lot of complaints from just people not following instructions. So don't be one of those people. All right. That's all I got, guys. So if you got any questions, drop them below. We can shoot more videos. I can go deeper. But overall, that's how you clean your grinder. Check out some of the other videos that show you what you get in the grinder when you unbox it. Check out some of the other videos that talk about sort of how to get the most out of your grinder, and how to ensure an even grind and all that good stuff. So anyways, lots of love and happy brewing.